Every few decades, technology evolves in a way that forces all of us to rethink our assumptions. We saw it with the internet. We saw it with mobile computing. And in the last 15 years, we've seen it with Bitcoin. But today, we're entering a new phase, a phase where the question is no longer, can blockchain exist? The question now is, how far can it scale? How fast it can move? And can it support real-world applications without sacrificing the principles that made it vulnerable in the first place? To answer these questions, we need to explore a project called Kaspa, a rapidly growing proof-of-work blockchain designed for speed, throughput, and decentralization. We will explore Kaspathon, the global developer challenge, bringing real builders into the ecosystem. We will break down project market fit, the milestone every blockchain ecosystem must reach to survive. And we will finally look at what all this means for Bitcoin, the most secure blockchain in the world, and the layer 2 ecosystem being built on top of it, like Stacks, SDX. Before we continue, a quick note. Nothing in this video is financial advice. This is simply my crypto journey and my commitment to improving by 1% every day, the samurai way. If you find value in this content, feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. Now, let's begin. What is Kaspa? Kaspa is a layer 1 proof-of-work blockchain, but not the kind you might be used to. Most blockchains, including Bitcoin, produces blocks in a linear chain, one block at a time. Kaspa does something different. It uses a blockDAG, a directed acyclical graph that allows multiple blocks to be confirmed in parallel. What does this mean in practice? Faster confirmations, far higher throughput, lower orphan rates, high decentralization without relying on hardware demands. Kaspa's architecture is built on a protocol called blockDAG, which expands Nakamoto consensus so multiple blocks can coexist and still finalize securely. The result is a proof-of-work blockchain that feels closer to modern internet speed, fast, high capacity, and still decentralized. Kaspa has no pre-mine, no corporate foundation, no central authority, just code, community, and an idea. That proof of work can scale without sacrificing its soul. What is Kaspathon? If Kaspa is the engine, Kaspathon is the ignition. Kaspathon is Kaspa's global developer hackathon, a months-long event where teams around the world compete to build applications, tools, and integrations directly on Kaspa's network. But what makes Kaspathon unique is this. It isn't a hackathon for prototypes. It isn't for concepts or pitch decks. Kaspathon demands real code, production tools, working applications. Participants are building things like wallets, analytics dashboards, payment rails, infrastructure modules, anything that advances Kaspa from a fast blockchain into a usable ecosystem. This is the moment where a blockchain transitions from technology to community, from potential to utility. What are vProgs? To understand how developers build on Kaspa, we need to talk about vProgs, virtual programs. Now, vProgs are not full smart contracts. They are not a virtual machine like Ethereum. They are more like programmable transaction rules that let developers automate conditions and logic at the base layer without introducing complex state machines. Think of them as lightweight logic units, deterministic and secure, perfect for payments, triggers, and validation. Low overhead, preserving Casper's massive throughput. vProgs allow Casper to remain fast, efficient, and decentralized, while still giving builders enough programmability to create real utilities. They represent Casper's philosophy: performance first, simplicity always, and programmability where it matters. In the startup world, you hear the term product market fit the moment people want you to build. For blockchain, it's slightly different. Kaspa calls it project market fit. Project market fit is the moment when a blockchain ecosystem is being used repeatedly, creating real value, not just speculation, attracting developers organically, solving real problems better than alternatives, becoming a platform where people build because they need to, not because they're experimenting. Kaspa has solved the depth technical challenges. The next frontier PMF is adoption, real applications, and recurring usage. Kaspaton, vProgs, and high throughput are the stepping stones on the path to that milestone. Where is Kaspa today? Kaspa is still early, but it is growing aggressively in the areas that matter. Infrastructure tools, Explorer, blockDAG's visualizers, analytics, monitoring, developer tooling, SDKs, vProg templates, Layer 2 experimentation, merchant experimentation, community-driven micropayments, and small-scale integrations. Layer 2 concepts like Caravelle and Casplex, exploring programmability and scalability. Casper is not yet a mainstream consumer platform, and that's okay. Most blockchains go through 3 phases. 1. Build the engine. 2. Attract the builders. And 3. Reach real-world adoption. Kaspa is transitioning from phase 1 into phase 2, and the next 2 years will determine how quickly it can reach phase 3. Why decentralization matters. Before we compare Casper to Bitcoin, we need to talk about decentralization, because decentralization is not a physiological idea, it is a security model. A decentralized system has no point of failure, has no point of control, cannot be shut down by attacking one computer or one server, cannot be censored by any government or institution, cannot be rewritten without massive global coordination. Decentralization distributes power, and when you distribute power, you also distribute security. The more decentralized a blockchain is, the harder it is to attack, manipulate, or corrupt. Bitcoin and Maximal decentralization. Nowhere is this philosophy more evident than in Bitcoin. Bitcoin intentionally chooses decentralization above all else. It keeps blocks small so anyone can run a node. It keeps block time slow to reduce complexity. It avoids complex smart contracts to minimize attack surfaces. It has no leadership, no headquarters, no marketing team. This isn't a weakness. its engineering discipline. Because Bitcoin is not trying to be everything, it is trying to be one thing, the most secure, most neutral, most censorship-resistant monetary layer on Earth. And in that role, yes, Bitcoin is the most secure cryptocurrency in the world. It has the highest hash power, the most nodes, the largest operational history, the strongest game theoretical incentive, and the most proven immutability. Bitcoin is optimized to be unbreakable. Kaspa versus Bitcoin layer 2s like STX and others. So how does Kaspa fit into this landscape? Kaspa is not trying to replace Bitcoin. It is exploring a different optimization. Bitcoin focuses on ultimate security and monetary neutrality. Kaspa focuses on speed, throughput, and scalable proof-of-work performance. Bitcoin layer 2s like stacks focus on programmability anchored to Bitcoin's security. Think of them as specialized tools. Bitcoin, the settlement layer, STX and other layer 2s, the application and smart contract layers. Kaspa, a high-performance proof-of-work execution environment. They solve different problems. They serve different users. They occupy different points on the decentralized performance trade-off spectrum. The future of blockchain cannot be a single chain dominating everything. It will be a connected ecosystem of purpose-built networks. In that ecosystem, Bitcoin holds the crown of security. Kaspa pushes the frontier of speed, and layer 2s build the innovative bridge between them. Conclusion: if Bitcoin gives digital scarcity, Kaspa is exploring digital velocity. If Bitcoin gives us a trustless monetary layer, layer 2s like stacks gives us programmability. And if Kaspa continues evolving through Kaspaton, vProgs, and project market fit, it may become one of the most scalable proof-of-work platform ever built. Each system brings something essential to the table. Not competition, but evolution. Not replacement, but expansion. The story of blockchain is not one technology. It is the interplay between technologies, philosophies, and communities that believe in them. And today, we've met three of the most important voices in that story: Bitcoin, Kaspa, and new waves of crypto ecosystem growing around them. The race is not about who wins, it's about what we build.